I'm Stevie from a Cornish mum blog. I'm still really nervous about doing these videos, but the main reason I wanted to do these videos was for this video that I'm about to do. So I'll take a few deep breaths and just say it. My eldest son has type 1 diabetes. He was diagnosed at age 5. He is now 11 and has been diabetic for longer in his life than he's actually been non-diabetic. This video is just for the people whose children have just been diagnosed. Type 1 diabetes is a horrendous thing to live with, but this message is basically me telling you, if your child has been diagnosed, it seems like the end of the world. You're going to be angry, upset, you'll probably blame yourself, even though you really shouldn't. But my message to you is, it does get easier. I promise you. When we first started, and it was all trying to work out injections and doses, carb counting, corrections and all sorts of stuff, it was horrific and it seemed like life would never be the same again. However, as time's gone on, it has got easier. You get used to these things. They become second nature, which you'd never believe would actually ever happen. All of a sudden, you can't work out why somebody's staring at you out in public until you realise that giving an injection isn't actually that normal for other people, but it is part of your life. The main things I would say to you now are, don't let them beat themselves up about it. They're allowed their little moments of being upset. You can say to them, yes, I understand how you feel, but if you need to cry about it, do it in a different room. They don't need to feel like they should feel sorry for themselves. Every time my son cries about it, yeah, I cuddle him, and sometimes I feel like crying with him, but mostly I'm strong and I'll cry when I'm not with him, and it doesn't happen very often these days. But basically, as far as my son's concerned, he's diabetic. There could be 100,000 different things worse wrong with him. And I tell him he should be grateful every day that it is type 1 diabetes. He can still walk, he can still run, he's not got a condition that means he's going to die within his childhood. So at the end of the day, there are a lot worse things. I'm certainly not belittling type 1 diabetes, because believe me, I know how hard it can be. It is a real hard slog, especially to begin with. But for all you newbies out there, it gets easier, I promise. If you want to see any of my type 1 diabetes posts, you can pop over to cornishmum.com. I'm going to be adding to it soon, and to the videos on here, with some school packs and things that will help you to cope with them whilst they're at primary school. My son's just about to go to secondary school, and believe me, it scares the life out of me, because it's going to be slightly different because he will be in control of his care a bit more. However, he's doing his own injections. I've taught him quite a lot of carb counting, and cross fingers, it's all going to go smoothly. But if it doesn't, at the end of the day, we work around it. Diabetes is not our life. It's a small part of our life. Yes, it affects a lot of things, but diabetic is not who he is. It's just a part of what we live with. Anyway, I hope I've made you feel a little bit better. And if you want to pop over to cornishmum.com, if you need advice, help, anything, feel free to contact me on there. I love the thought that I might help somebody to feel a little bit better. When my son was diagnosed, it felt like the end of the world. It really did. I felt so alone, and it was just all so overwhelming. But like I said, one last time, it does get easier, I promise.